I'm trying to get it done as quickly as possible. If you keep interrupting us, then obviously it's going to take a little bit longer. Give me 2 minutes and then I'll be...
Can I just go?
We'll just have to explain 1 or 2 things and then you can go, all right? Because it's busy for us as well.
Yeah.
It shouldn't...
I've been here a while. You spoke to you for an hour, didn't I?
It shouldn't be an emergency response, but if
What, you came on emergency?
Welcome to UK Audit Network, the channel dedicated to exposing misconduct, examining police and legal encounters, defending civil liberties, and holding authority to account. This episode is presented in collaboration with DJ Media, so be sure to check the link below, subscribe to his channel, and give him the credit he's earned. In this video, Auditor DJ visits the historic Hampton Court Palace to record the site using a drone. Everything is done openly and transparently. He even informs staff of his intentions in advance. Despite that, the police are called. When officers arrive, one displays an exceptionally arrogant and confrontational attitude toward the auditor. The encounter teeters on the edge of escalation, and had it not been for the calmer, more reasonable approach of his colleague, the situation could have turned far worse.
Inside the palace, has it?
The drone is in my car.
Okay. He's flown it from here, he's flown it along the drive and above. I don't know whether he's landed it inside.
No, I didn't land this. I just flew over the palace, did a bit of
and
nosy.
And still filming? You're a YouTuber?
GoPro, yes.
You're a YouTuber.
Are you a viewer?
What's your YouTube name?
You're a copper, so...
I am, yeah.
I'm just going to give you information without a reason.
Recording, is it?
Not the video, no.
No?
It will. Does it need to be, or?
No, it doesn't. So, well, what
basically,
did they do with you then?
I've flown over there. I've had a lot of hassle off the not these guys, but the other team.
You've been told not to fly it here?
I've been told not allowed.
Yeah. And
I told them I'm allowed.
No, you're not.
So I did it.
No, you're not.
Over this because of the helicopters.
As police arrive at Hampton Court Palace, the tone is immediately set by one officer who chooses ridicule over professionalism. Instead of engaging respectfully, he mocks the auditor, parroting his words and showing clear disdain. From the outset, it's obvious he has no interest in understanding the situation or the legality of the drone flight. He incorrectly claims the drone cannot be flown over the palace, with his partner loosely referencing helicopters as justification. However, this explanation doesn't stand up to scrutiny. Hampton Court Palace is not located in restricted or controlled airspace unless a temporary flight restriction is in place, and there is no evidence of such a restriction at the time of filming.
It's not a no-fly zone here.
Yeah, yes it is. Yes.
Can you show me?
You gotta look it up. It is on there. Go ahead and look it up.
I did all my due diligence before I got here.
Palaces, royals, and if the staff says no, it's
not about the staff saying no. It's about the law, my friend. Come on.
It is. If they're saying.
So there's no no-fly zones like airport there. But we're there. It's nothing.
But it's if you looked it up. Hampton Court Palace, no fly zone, alright? So this is what we're going to do.
I've checked.
Okay, well you can say that if you've checked or not.
There's no fly zone here, my friend.
But we're saying that it's not. And, you know, we've looked it up as well.
At this point, the issue is no longer about airspace. It's about ego. The officer is presented with accurate current information that disproves his claim, yet he refuses to acknowledge it. This response isn't grounded in law or safety concerns. It's driven by pride. Instead of reassessing or admitting a mistake, he doubles down, leaning on vague assertions like we've checked in hopes of ending the discussion. This refusal to engage with facts erodes more than the interaction itself. It damages public trust. Drone use in the UK is governed by the CAA, not by an officer's confidence or tone.
So I don't look, it's a busy Friday night, alright? Busy Friday night, we need to be out there. We're already stripped to a few units, okay?
Right.
If we can just get your name, we'll treat this as words of advice. Just please don't do it again. If the staff are here and all the other staff,
you should be educating them, saying he's allowed to fly over.
No. It's not allowed.
We'll speak to them after.
We'll speak to them.
We just have to deal with you first.
But we are just dealing with you. I don't want this to go long.
You've told me it's a no-fly zone.
I don't want this to go on any longer. If we could just have your name.
But this is going to keep happening. If people come here to fly drones and these guys, not you, but if the team come out and say, can't do it.
We've already had the info done from our...
Can you tell me what legislation so I can check? Because I want to learn here.
No, we've told you that is your learning. You're not allowed to...
That's not good enough, my friend.
Yes it is. Because we are police officers.
You're an officer.
We're telling you. Yeah.
That's not good enough.
Alright.
When the auditor calmly asks for the legal authority behind the officer's claims, he isn't being difficult. He's doing what any informed citizen should, seeking clarity. But rather than citing legislation or specific restrictions, the officer shuts the conversation down entirely, relying on his uniform as justification. That is not how lawful authority operates. Police powers must be grounded in law, and officers should be able to clearly explain that law when challenged. Expecting compliance without explanation reflects entitlement, not public service.
I need to know the legislation. I need to know the legislation that I've broken here, so I don't do it again.
See, it's completely up to you if you want to give us your details or not. Okay.
It's not about details, mate. Your colleague here. The reason I hang around for police to arrive, and I didn't hang around, I was getting some food and I saw you and I thought I'd pop over, is so that I can see or know that the people who have restricted my legal activity today, the drone flying, get educated and say, look, he's allowed to fly. You may not like it, but he can do it, right?
Hampton Court Palace have said that is supposedly a no-fly zone. So obviously we've come with like the information that we've been told. I've read through and it says no-fly zones, obviously 5 kilometres from airports. This isn't an airport, but the grey area that we're trying to deal with is where they're saying it's a helicopter thing as well. So that's where we're a bit...
Usually helicopter pads are not a no-fly zone, but they're on here to tell us to obviously watch out for aerial traffic.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
I haven't seen anything on, I'll show you what I look at. I haven't seen anything on the app at all.
Okay.
It does turn yellow in a minute, there we go.
Yeah.
All that side there is, you'll see, Bushy Park.
Yeah.
The auditor is absolutely correct. In the UK, drone pilots are required to check airspace restrictions using live, CAA-compliant tools such as Drone Assist. These platforms may display helicopter activity or advisory zones, but those indicators exist for awareness, not prohibition. They do not automatically make flight illegal. Unless an area falls under restricted airspace, such as near airports or military zones, or a temporary NOTAM is active, drone operations remain lawful when conducted safely and within visual line of sight. Helicopter presence alone does not create a legal ban, and the auditor, seeing no restrictions, is well within his rights to fly.
Area of scientific interest, SSI.
Right, okay.
But I'm not in that. We're at the Palace, which is actually right bang in the middle.
Yeah, I see what you're saying, 100%.
There's nothing on there to say I can't fly, which is why I did it.
I think what they are just worried about is if there is suddenly a helicopter that needs to come, which, I mean, I know it seems like a bit far-fetched.
Right.
Okay, but just in case.
They didn't mention that when we had a
No,
talk.
of course, no, I understand.
They just mentioned everything else.
Yeah.
A wedding going on, other concerns.
So yeah, there is something about the privacy side of things as well, because if there's a wedding as well, maybe they don't want it.
I said to them, I'm going to stay very high to the people with the tiny dots. I've got no issue with what you've said to me, but your colleague saying it's a no-fly zone is not good.
Yeah,
because now they're going to be under the impression that they can restrict people flying.
Yeah, that's it. I'll speak to them after, obviously. I'll speak to them. I'll say what you've said to them.
Oh, she's back out. Hello.
Have you got it in? Sorry, do you mind just going over there, please?
I can do, yeah. I'm going to go, so I just wanted to make sure.
Yeah, well, that's why we're trying to speak to them, and we'll speak to you. If you can just stand by my colleague, please.
All right. Sorry to interrupt. I haven't got all night, mate. Can we do it quickly, or?
I'm trying to get it done as quickly as possible. If you keep interrupting us, then obviously it's going to take a little bit longer. Give me 2 minutes, and then I'll be.
Can I just go?
We'll just have to explain 1 or 2 things, and then you can go. All right, because it's busy for us as well. It shouldn't.
I've been here a while. I spoke to you for an hour, didn't I?
It shouldn't be an emergency response, but if
what, you came on emergency?
Well, no, we're an emergency response team. All right.
Got it. Okay.
So basically, what they've said is, you know that you see those blocks like there to the left, just in front of the palace, that whole block there with the bushes.
This building.
Yeah, not the first bit here, but the second half.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's all like residential.
Okay.
Whereabouts were you flying it from?
I've flown everything, mate, but I'll be honest with you, this long building here, it's probably the one part I haven't really flown in there.
Okay, that's fine. It's just because you have to be 110 metres away from residential buildings as well.
No.
The officer then claims the auditor cannot fly within 120 meters of residential areas. This is not only legally wrong, it's factually incorrect. The former distance requirement was actually 150 meters, and even that applied under older regulations to heavier drones operating in higher risk categories. The auditor is flying a DJI Mini, weighing under 250 grams, which places it in the A1 subcategory of the open category. This classification explicitly allows flight close to people and near residential, commercial, and recreational spaces.
120 meters from residential areas.
Why does it say that? I'm not trying to catch you out. I know my legislation on it because I fly it, and I've never heard of that.
Drone and model aircraft code, points 3 to 9.
Yeah.
Fly below. And then there was fly below 120, which you said you were doing perfectly fine. No problem. And then there's a residential, commercial, 150 meters, sorry.
Okay.
Keep at least 150 meters away from.
My drone is small, so my drone is that.
Okay.
So go by that.
Okay, what drone do you have?
It's 249 gram. It's under 250.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, no problem. That's fine.
Is that been made clear?
His drone is under 250 grams, which that doesn't apply to.
Good.
So
You saw the drone, right? It was a baby.
It's the weight, and the weight only. So if
we haven't got,
if it's below,
we
hang on.
beef with you. As you know,
If the weight is 150, if the weight is 150, then it's above. Then all the license, blah blah blah, and all that. If it's less than, however, that supersedes if it has a camera. All right?
When the confrontational officer re-enters the discussion, his dismissive demeanor resurfaces, accompanied by further misinformation. This time, he attempts to reference drone legislation, but undermines himself by incorrectly stating the weight threshold as 150 grams. This isn't a minor slip. It's a fundamental misunderstanding. UK drone regulations rely heavily on weight classifications, and the correct threshold is 250 grams. Getting this wrong immediately calls into question everything else he claims to know about the law.
Anyway,
It doesn't.
I'm not. I don't. I've got.
Come on, man. I do this every day.
I've got better staff. To
You shouldn't have been called. I know they called you for a good reason.
To do. Just please.
With a good intention.
Don't do it.
But it's not a police matter, my friend.
Just go. It's not. I know it isn't. If
You're telling me not to do it. I'm allowed to do it. I am going to continue doing it. Don't tell me not to do it, man.
Okay. Well, we'll be here then again.
You're wasting your time.
I am wasting my time. All right. Thank you very much for
Why are
your
you
time,
being stubborn?
sir.
This officer's
Goodbye,
been
sir.
great. What a rude. What's his number? 4198. There's no need for that, mate. No need.
You're making it worse. And
No, but you should be telling them that you should be telling them that we can't stop him.
Educating me, I know. What
He should know the law. This officer knows the law.
It's nothing to do with
He knows the law.
both of you. No, I'm the one teaching him. All right.
You're teaching him.
I am
Sorry.
separating
Yeah, yeah.
both parties because
No, I'm going to go.
this
I'm going
is
to go.
not.
So
a
you're
police
teaching
matter.
him.
This moment perfectly captures the officer's ego-driven mindset. As the auditor points out the clear contrast between the two officers, one open to learning, the other clearly misinformed, the confrontational officer interjects with, "I'm the one teaching him." It's a defensive deflection rather than a response rooted in fact. He has been wrong repeatedly, misstating weight limits, inventing restrictions, refusing to cite legislation, and mocking the auditor. When corrected calmly and factually, his instinct isn't reflection or correction, but dominance.
I don't really have time.
Are you
for
saying
this,
you're
all right?
teaching him?
I'm separating both
That's
parties.
awful, mate.
I've spoken to you. I've spoken to them. I've already.
Do you know what I'm going to do now you've dealt with it?
I've already said your part to them.
Do you know what I'm going to do?
And
I'm going to make
I've already
sure that
said-
loads of people come here and fly drones because you need to educate them and say we're allowed to do it.
Well, if that amounts to harassment, then so be it.
No, not me, other
No,
people.
thank you. Yeah, it's a harassment court of conduct of two by anybody.
You're talking rubbish,
if
mate.
you're okay, well, if you believe.
Sorry, man, you've been more than you've been perfect. This officer has a problem, and if he's teaching you, I feel bad for you, mate. You've learned a lot from somebody else, clearly.
What I
You
was
know, yes.
asking you was,
Yeah.
as a human being,
yeah.
we have children on site.
Yeah, I've got no issue with you.
Security breach. That's the only.
Of course I care about that. What did I say about that? I said I'm going to stay high, didn't I?
yeah, I think they're just concerned about the safeguarding.
That's fine.
And the risk,
I've got
yeah.
no issue with that.
When a staff member raises concerns about children being present, the auditor responds responsibly, explaining he will fly at a higher altitude to ensure safety. This is exactly the behavior expected of lawful drone operators, applying the rules thoughtfully to minimize risk. Instead of acknowledging this, the disrespectful officer takes another cheap jab, implying the auditor doesn't care. That accusation ignores reality. The auditor clearly demonstrated adherence to CAA guidance, which does not ban flight near children but requires pilots to avoid flying directly over uninvolved people and to maintain safe separation.
They've been civil, they've been polite, they've been professional. They had concerns which were, in my opinion, a little bit. Their concerns were a little bit unreasonable, what they were telling me, but they're not doing it on purpose. They're just trying to do their job right. Yeah. They call you guys for advice. You've turned up. I can't blame you for turning up because you don't know the situation until you get here.
Yeah.
But to tell me I can't do it and don't do it again is wrong, because I can come here tomorrow, or my friend could, and fly a drone here, and they should really go, oh, just ignore him, you can do it legally, right?
When staff are incorrectly told that drone flight is illegal, they're likely to repeat that misinformation. The next lawful pilot will face the same unnecessary confrontation. This creates a cycle of confusion, false reporting, and wasted police resources. That's how poor policing practices become normalized, not just through actions, but through repeated false claims left uncorrected. Eventually, lawful behavior is treated as criminal simply because misinformation has been allowed to spread unchecked.
I'm going to go. Sorry it's happened like this, all right? You've been more than polite. No issue at all.
It shouldn't have gone this far.
No, it shouldn't. I'd gone. I was having some food. I seen these guys come and thought I'd better pop over, but...
Alright, thank you for coming back
all right.
over.
I've got no issue. It's just, I feel like you dealt with it badly, but that's your choice.
I'm not dealing with it badly. Look.
Look,
They've witnessed how I've dealt with it.
What's done is done.
It's
There's nothing
But it's not a no-fly zone. Anyone can fly the drone here.
I've made that clear to both sides.
Oh,
all right.
you told me I can't do it.
However, like, you know what? There's no. My colleague has explained it, and I've told him.
He's been banged on, yeah.
And I'm dealing with both parties, and I've got my colleague dealing with you.
Busy day, I suppose, as well. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
Thank you very much. I'm going to go. Thanks, man.
No problem.
All right.
As the encounter concludes, the auditor exits calmly and professionally, explaining to staff that his issue isn't with them, but with how the situation was mishandled. He then addresses the officer directly, stating plainly that the encounter was handled poorly. True to form, the officer refuses any accountability, despite being proven wrong multiple times. From beginning to end, he exemplifies how policing fails when pride overtakes professionalism. Mockery, dismissal, and stubborn adherence to misinformation replaced dialogue and clarity. Meanwhile, the second officer stood in stark contrast. Though initially unsure, he listened, learned, and engaged respectfully, demonstrating how modern policing should function through humility and accuracy. That contrast only made his partner's behavior more damaging. What makes this episode significant isn't just the incorrect information or the mockery. It's the attitude on display, one that actively undermines public trust. A lawful drone flight was turned into an unnecessary confrontation driven not by safety, but by ego. In the end, the auditor didn't just expose flawed understanding of drone law. He exposed a deeper issue, the critical need for those enforcing the law to remain informed, accountable, and open to learning. Because when pride replaces professionalism, the damage extends far beyond one interaction. It weakens the foundation of public trust itself.